Hello, how are you? How's the day doing? I hope you enjoyed our measurement taking class for the upper bodies. So today we're going to be looking at taking measurements of the lower parts of our body. That's when you're making a skirt or you're making a trouser, you're making a short skirt, a long skirt, everything has to do with the lower parts of the body. Remember that in the last class we talked about natural waistline. That is the waistline you take for any outfit you're making. But if the person insists on, if it's a low waist, from the natural waistline, you go down by 2 inches, and then that's the low waist for the dress you're going to make. So now we're going to start by taking the length of a skirt. Now, if I'm making a skirt, a long skirt, my tape, your tape should touch the ground. Person stands up straight, your tape touching the ground and then touching the natural waistline. That gives you, I take it by the side. This gives you the full length of the skirt, of the trouser. Remember, it's on the floor. This is waist to floor measurement. And then from the same length, you can take out a mini length skirt, a short that's on your knee, a midi length that's by your calf, and then the full length of the skirt. The same thing goes for a short or a 3/4 trouser, a 3/4 skirt, and all that. Now the next thing we need to take, now we've already taken our hip measurement. If the person is looking at a low waist skirt or a low waist pant, like I said, 2 inch from the waist, and then this is where you take the waist measurement. You take it here. Can you see? These are natural waistline. So sometimes it's 2 to 3 inches. So if the person wants, it depends on how low person wants it. So if it's a this is already, whatever leaves your waistline is already low. You can see this is my natural waistline. This is a low waist skirt. This is already going 2 inches down. You take this measurement and then you get the length. Another thing you do is you take, if the person is has big ass, you come to the back of the person. You put your tape where the natural waistline is. Remember where the natural waistline is. And then you measure the ass. Go over the ass until you finish the ass. You can see, you take this measurement down. Then from here, once you take whatever this measurement is, so for mine it is 15. So now I will now take measurement from the floor. You take your tape now. You put your tape on the floor, and then to this place where that measurement stops initially. That is 31 plus 15. Do you understand? But if the person is not really hippie, doesn't have both, you don't need to do that. Just put your tape here and then let it get to the floor. You take your measurement. And then if it's for a skirt, you ask the client if the person is going to be putting on heels, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch heel. So depending on the heels the person will be putting on, you would add it to the length that you have taken. Do you understand? So then if we're talking about measuring, taking the measurement for a trouser, remember we've gotten the length. If it's a trouser, you take the inseam, which is the inside leg. So your client opens their leg like this, and then you put your tape on the floor. You can see my tape is touching the floor, and then you trace it, and then it stops where the crotch is. That's the inseam measurement for the trouser. And then you come and you measure the crotch from the natural waistline. Measure the crotch here. So I always advise my students, take it all the way. So after getting whatever it is here, take it all the way. Can you see? Take it all the way to the back. So now you know what the front is, and then you know all the way to the back. So that when you cut your front and your back piece, when you put it together, once you even draft it out, take the full measurement of the back crotch and the front crotch and see if it is equivalent to the measurement you took for the total crotch of the client. And then secondly is you measure the seat. Now seat is the person sits down. The person sits down. Can you see? Then I take my tape. Leave some parts where you can touch the platform the person sitting on. So you put your tape on the natural waistline and measure to the seat. Now, when you went to the seat, what did I get? I'm getting 11 3/4. 11 3/4 is my crotch length measurement when I'm drafting my pants. Now, the next thing you do is you take your tie. And I advise my customers, my students, when you're taking tie measurement, let it be close to the crotch. Don't take it here because you get it wrong. Take it here. Very close. Can you see? Take your tie here, one finger. After taking your tie, go to the knee. Go to the knee. Measure the knee. Don't make it tight. You can put all your fingers. It depends if it's a stretchy fabric. You can take. But what I always advise is take the exact round knee of the person and then add 2 inches. So with that 2 inches, you know that when the person bends their leg, it will still be comfortable. Then after that, you take the bar measurement. That's where the trouser stops. You take it. Most times what I do is whatever you get on your knee, take out 2 inches or 3 inches for a perfectly fitted pants. But if it's you're making like a palazzo or a straight cut, from your knee, same thing. So if your knee is 15, all the way down is 15. If your knee is 20, all the way down is 20. But if you're making a palazzo, whatever you get on your tie, just take it down straight. You don't need to add anything. So if your tie is giving you 25, let it just be 25, and all the way you're getting your good and neatly, fitly made palazzo trouser. So that's all for our down measurements, lower bodies measurement. Hope to see you in the class for the next class. If you have any questions, you can send in your questions and then we'll answer. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.